Chilly outside Hilton Coliseum, but inside we get ready to roll. The Big 12, number 14 Iowa State taking on number 24 Texas here at Hilton Coliseum. Check out the standings in the Big 12. Kansas, courtesy of their win earlier in the day over Oklahoma. They're now 9-3. West Virginia with a win as well, so they occupy the top spot together. Then Oklahoma, and you see Texas and Iowa State 7-4 and 6-5. Hi, everybody. John Shambi alongside Fran Fraschilla. We start on the Texas side. Right at the beginning of the year, a little bit of a bump in the road. They lost to TCU, but since then, they have really found their groove.
Well, they really have, John. They've won 7 out of 9. The 2 losses on the road to number 3, Kansas, and then later number 3, Oklahoma as well. Love what Shaka Smart is doing. Confidence is the key word for them.
As far as Iowa State is concerned, we worried about lack of depth for them, and it's really come to pass. They were without Jamal McKay the last couple of games. He is back, although not starting.
Well, he'll play, and they need him to play because he gives them energy inside, defensive rim protection. But right now we're going to see 2 of the best point guards in the country in Isaiah Taylor, Monte Morris go head-to-head.
Yeah, it'll be fun watching the 2 of them go at it. Lambert here steps out, 3 no good. Flying in for the rebound is Morris.
How about Monte Morris, John? In Big 12 play, he's playing over 40 minutes a game.
Yeah, it really puts into perspective his ability to take care of the basketball. He holds on the court. Here's Burton laying it in. Deontay Burton inserted into the lineup with McKay suspended, and even though McKay is back, Burton starts again.
Well, he's done a really good job in those 2 starts, averaging almost 16 points a game. Texas, on the other hand, John, they've been great taking care of the ball, averaging under 10 turnovers in these last 9 games.
Has a lot to do with the guy that has the ball, Isaiah Taylor. Yancey with the shot clock winding down. Shot clock at 4. Yancey inside, flips it up and in. Nice move, Kendall Yancey.
Remember what he's been for Shaka Smart. He's been the nasty, if you will, the guy that's become the good defender and also timely scoring like Monday night up at Oklahoma.
Little ball fake.
Oh, yes! Saw that coming.
Well, the dunk contest tonight in
John.
the NBA, and Deontay Burton got the dunking started here at Hilton.
Oh, man, I've got to get my dunk meter going right off the bat, John. I've got to get the dunk meter warmed up. I didn't think we'd need it so quickly. Oh, man, I got to go 9-9 on this one. Take a look. One hand and the throw down. Pretty good. Oh, no.
Where did we get? I was not aware that we had a dunk meter.
I had to sneak it in on you, John. You're so conservative, you know.
6'4", 240, Deontay Burton puts it on the deck and throws it down.
We got our own dunk contest at Ames, maybe.
There's a turnover. It goes the other way, Iowa State basketball.
Well, Deontay Burton has given Steve Prohm a huge lift, particularly with his offense. And now if McKay can get back in the groove, and by the way, lifelong friends from Milwaukee, known each other since they were 10 years old.
Yeah, both of them transferring from Marquette. Burton again, feed inside. Nader couldn't finish, tipped out of bounds. It stays with the Cyclones. Well, we mentioned Texas. They have a first-year head coach in Shaka Smart. Did that great work at VCU, NCAA tournament 5 times in 6 years, and he leads the way for the Texas Longhorns.
I mentioned earlier, John, one of the things he's brought to this team, and we've seen it over the last month, is the increased confidence of guys like Lambert and Ebay and Taylor, the freshmen.
Nader can't hit. Burton offensive rebound. Putback wouldn't go. Rebound again, and he puts it home.
He's like a mini Niang in that he can really hurt you in a lot of different ways. Shoots it from outside, strength, quickness to drive it.
I mean, there's a real uniqueness to the body type and the position. Tried to intercept the pass. Ebay flips it up, and that falls. Prince Ebay with the bucket. He's been playing so well as Cameron Ridley's been out with that foot injury.
No question, John. He's making a lot of money.
Thomas feeds underneath. Nader puts it in.
We're going to talk about a lot of guys tonight, but there's probably not a more improved player in the Big 12 than Matt Thomas. I thought his first 2 years were very undistinguished. But this season, particularly since Mitru Long's been out, Johnny does it defensively, he does it offensively.
Taylor can't hit. Niang pulls down the board. And push up ahead. Monte Morris gets into the paint, flips it up, no good. And back and forth we go as Taylor pushes the Longhorns into the front court. 8-4 Iowa State.
It's going to be fun to see Monte Morris and Taylor get out in transition. They are really good decision makers.
Leaks lost the handle. And then able to find Taylor. A bounce pass in the bucket, and it's 8-6.
That's the old decoy play. Fall down. Everybody falls asleep.
Niang spinning and a little short on that shot. Yancey into the paint, finger roll, got it!
Kendall Yancey has been a spark plug for this team over the last 9 games.
Nader gets fouled by eBay, and he'll shoot 2 when we return. Tied at 8, a full house here in Ames.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66. Proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball and the all-new 2016 Honda Civic.
Here.
Yes, and I've lived this, John, both ways. Taking over a good team, also a team that has to rebuild. You see, you got to create accountability, make sure everybody's on board. You got to bond with the players this day and age. They got to know you love them. And then the belief wins we talk about. This pays off all the work, the accountability, the offseason stuff. Both coaches have had their ups and downs. They really have, but they've managed them well. And now we're in the meat of the end of the season where they want their teams to get better and better.
Well, one of the things Shaka Smart immediately has to manage 2 fouls on Prince Ebay.
Huge, because this young man has been playing 27 minutes a game over the last 6, John, and we know what kind of impact he's had on the game. And now it's going to be interesting to see how long he stays out. Rest of the half, or does Shaka Smart bring him back at some point?
Shaq Clare is checked into the game. The Maryland transfer. And again, remember, Cam Ridley out with that broken foot. Suffered the injury in practice right at the end of December. They're hoping maybe for the Big 12 tournament. Who knows?
See, Iowa State now, they play a lot more zone than they did early in the year. Again, to keep those guys rested.
Yancey short on that shot. Rebound Burton. And now Iowa State pushing ahead.
Got 2 guys at the point, Taylor and Morris, 2 of the best in terms of pick and roll in the country.
Nader spinning inside, finds Burton who absorbs the contact, flips it up. Oh, and that one almost the circus shot going down. There are ranked teams here in the Big 12, but a good one earlier in the day in Norman, Kansas. On the road, were you surprised?
Nope. You know, we talked about it before that game. Got to win all your home games if you're going to dethrone the defending champs. Oklahoma did not do that.
Clock winding down. Davis had it knocked away. There's Matt Thomas. He's such a good shooter, Fran, but he does an excellent job on the defensive end.
He sure has. All you got to do is ask Buddy Hield. In the 2 games Oklahoma played the Cyclones, Buddy Hield only shot 39% from the field.
Thomas, that was in and out.
That's a confident looking shot.
Jamal McKay has just gotten up. He's set to check in for the first time. Taylor from the elbow, short. Nader grabs it. And on the air ball, the fans let him have it. Nice move, hangs and hits.
I'm telling you, John, it's not just the shooting, it's even not the defense, which has been excellent. Just improved all around.
Taylor from Yancey, and he finishes. He's not a great shooter, but man, he can finish at the rim.
You know, he really, and John, we're watching him grow up because you know how mercurial he was first 2 years. Did I say mercurial? That's what I meant to say.
You did.
Yep. Much more under control, Isaiah Taylor, as evidenced by that crazy drive.
More fun with words coming up with Fran in the second half.
Dunkameters,
yeah.
Dictionaries, we got it all tonight. Some cinnamon almonds from up top in the arena.
Can't wait till I have to say rivalry week. Beat inside Burton, point blank, and he couldn't convert.
George Niang
and then
was upset.
Yancey wasn't looking, and Taylor, a pass that was really targeted for you and I, pretty much. And now Jamal McKay back in. Well, this guy helps him out offensively, rebounding. Plus, he was the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, suspended, violation of team rules, last 2 games.
Yes, and how many places in the country would give a guy who's been suspended a standing ovation? But they know he made a mistake. It was a practice-oriented situation, and Steve Prohm laid the law down.
Niang, left hand, gorgeous. He can score from all over the court in so many different ways. His first 2 of the night.
He's getting close to 2,000 points. And only 2 other Cyclones have ever done that.
Leaks inside. Claire gathers it in, flips it up, no good, and McKay comes away with it. Nice look. Morris finding Niang, finds McKay, and he's fouled. Monte Morris.
How about that pass?
Whew.
You know, I told you this before the game. He not only is playing great, how about 12-to-1 assist turnover ratio the last 6 games, but that pass to Niang, that will not show up on the stat sheet, but it's just another example of the incredible feel and vision he has for running a team.
Well, look, that pass put them in position for this to happen right here.
Yep.
And, I mean, he's on the court so much. And you think about their last 2 games, he has played 85 minutes and turned it over once.
Yes, and it was a big turnover, unfortunately, happened late in the game, but it is good for Cyclone fans to see this guy back.
1 out of 2 for McKay. Iowa State by 4, 12 to go here first half.
See the 2-3 zone again. Mack hesitant. He's a guy that has not shot it great this year, but can shoot it.
There, making space, and he ends up traveling. 4 turnovers on Texas. Deontay Burton puts it on the floor, throws it down. Kendall Yancey answering at the other end. George Niang and Iowa State with the lead early on. Cyclones leading this one by 4. Monte Morris, their outstanding point guard. Pre-game, Fran Fraschilla caught up with him off the dribble.
We're going off the dribble with my man, Monte Morris. Okay, first question.
Yeah.
Basket or assist?
Assist.
Why?
Because I rather give than take sometimes.
Okay. George Niang.
That is big man in the country.
Okay. What's Flint, Michigan mean to you?
Everything is toughness, desire, and drive to win.
Where'd you get the nickname Man?
My mom gave it to me when I was younger. I had her varsity practice. I was always shooting and interrupting her practice. She gave me Man.
Monte Morris off the dribble. All right, man, let it fly.
Here we go.
So you get a little feel for Monte, and this is what he's known for as a guy who's led the nation in assist to turnover ratio the last 2 years. He's been even better this year.
It's amazing because he handles the ball so much, John, and he has to play so many minutes, and fatigue doesn't get in the way of excellent output. He's got an incredible feel for the game, high IQ.
Thomas weaves inside, left hand is good.
Oh, I can talk about that guy all day.
Back the other way, Claire able to put home the Davis miss.
These are big minutes for Shaq Claire because as long as Texas is going to stay in striking range, You think that Shock is likely to keep Principe out with the 2 fouls.
Morris feeds Niang, flips that up, and there's McKay. Stuffs it home.
I like it. I'm going to give that one about a 6, just for effort. But again, Monte Morris doesn't get an assist for that, John. Just a great pass.
Roach being harassed by Morris. Philippe swings it. Back to Kansas at Iowa State defense. Shot clock under 10. And that 3 is short. Cyclones basketball.
McKay ran the floor like it was shot out of a cannon. That's what he needs to do.
Niang with that size advantage, but couldn't make it work. Tipped out of bounds. Texas basketball.
Nothing fancy here from Jamal McKay, but he gets back on the board, leads his team in dunks, and we're going to give that one a 6 right there. And only for effort. We've seen better from the big guy from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I love the headshot popping up, and that you're just so pleased John, with yourself. The smile.
The one guy in this building that's not an expert on dunks is me.
Fair enough.
Okay. Only in my dreams. And Nerf basketball.
Iowa State by 6. We close in on the 10-minute mark. John Shambi and Fran Fraschilla here in Ames. Mack couldn't get that to go.
Mack's going to end up being a very good player for Texas. He's like the kid you know is going to be a really good major league hitter, but he's hitting .230 in his first year.
McKay, nice look. Morris, and one! Monte Morris. Great look from Jamal McKay.
Absolutely, and you see the little pass up top, and watch the cut right here, right down the lane. And Monte Morris, who has that vanilla type game, and I mean that as a compliment with a little bit of, he was pleased right there with that one.
Yeah, the shimmy shake.
Yeah.
There's a good article that came out recently, talked about him chauffeuring people around in his 2004 Chevy Impala, but what do they call it? The Bugatti, right?
That's his Bugatti. Yep.
Right there. That's Mack. You mentioned him able to knock that one down.
Yep. A year under his belt. Next year as a sophomore, all 3 of those freshmen we've been talking about for Shaka Smart. We're going to see major improvement from them.
Mack, Roach, and Davis, the 3 freshmen that get good minutes for Texas.
Shaka's got a terrific recruiting class coming in.
Nader. Left hand wouldn't go. Lammer at the board. And here comes Texas.
Yeah, Texas small right now. 4 guards basically.
Oh! Burton rejects Roach right there. And then Burton lost the handle. Here comes Taylor speeding ahead. Good look. And Roach lays it in.
It's interesting about the 3 freshmen. Very rarely this year have all 3 played great at one time, but flashes of brilliance from the 3 of them, and Roach certainly has had his outstanding moments.
And right now with the 3 of them out there, one of the things that happens, Mack basically plays the 4 in this spot. McKay working on Lammert. Missed everything. Oh, wow, too easy. The sea just parted there for Javon Felix.
And the reason that happened, John, is Lammert's out on the perimeter along with Mack, and the defense has to come out, and there's nobody to cover the rim. Even McKay was caught outside.
7-0 Texas run. Morris pulls up.
About Texas I've been impressed with over the last 9 games is how well they execute their offense, John, and they don't turn it over very often. Poised.
Shot clock at 5. Taylor got a hustle here. Lambert from way downtown. And Taylor corrals the loose ball. And then tipped out of bounds. They get a break. And it'll be Texas basketball when we come back. Coming up 9 Eastern on Wednesday. All right, so most wins versus top 25 opponents the last 3 years. Look at the top 3 teams. Kansas, Iowa State, Oklahoma, and that speaks to the depth of the Big 12.
Absolutely. When you have 10 teams and 4, 5, or 6 are ranked at a time, you're going to have the opportunity to beat top 25 teams. I think it's amazing in this league. 70% of the conference games this year, John, have been decided by 11 points or less. And every team in the league except one has played an overtime game in conference play.
These teams met the first time. It was Texas prevailing in Austin in OT. And that was January 12th. Burton rolled in and out.
Yeah, he's had a couple go in and out, and he's got the size advantage on Mack.
Mack tried to sell a foul. Monte Morris went down. Felix buries a 3. And Morris is limping a little bit. Then all of a sudden, Texas with a lead.
I said it at the beginning, John, confidence, and confidence leads to poise. And Texas has been very tough on the road this year. They won at West Virginia. They lost very close games at Oklahoma and Kansas.
Niang absorbs the bump from Connor Lammert. Texas on a 12-0 run. Lammert picks up his second.
You know, I went to practice in October down in Austin, and I watched for 2 days, and my feeling at the time was, although these are good kids, they really hadn't bought in the last month, John. And I would even go back to the North Carolina win at home. They've started to believe in the plan, and the plan is a good one.
eBay back in, and Niang scores over him. So even with the 2 fouls, Shaka Smart puts him back in the game.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think George Niang knew eBay had 2 fouls?
Absolutely.
That's exactly what he did. He knew he wasn't going to have any resistance.
To the corner, Mack.
Well, he can shoot the ball. He did in high school. As I mentioned, John, he's been very streaky. Oh, George had a mismatch inside.
Inside, outside. That's why he's an All-America.
When Tevin Mack picked him up, I thought, okay, he's going to bounce it off the dribble. But you'll love this guy because he can kill you in so many ways. George Niang, All-American.
Iowa State by 2. George Niang, a guy that does a lot of operating in the post, but could also step out.
Oh, he really can, John. He's shooting 37% from 3 this year. He operates so many different ways, and he's not just a scorer. We know he's a great distributor. That's off the break now. Tevin Mack, you got no choice. If you pressure up on him, he's going by you.
Kick to the corner. And Nader with another rebound. Nader with 5 boards.
You notice right now, every Cyclone on the floor can handle the ball. It seems like everybody can post up too.
Burton backing down, using that power, and they get him on the travel. Well, Big Monday presented by Delta on ESPN. And that'll start with NC State and Virginia. I beg your pardon.
Then we'll have a great game on Wednesday night.
They got a good one on Wednesday as well.
By the way, I'm going to do Villanova at Temple on Wednesday. Villanova right now.
Oh, that'll be good.
Oh, yeah. At the Liacouras Center and right on Broad Street. Nova #1. Temple on a roll under Fran Dunphy. Just knocked off UConn for the second time. Can't wait for that one, John. Back in my neighborhood. East Coast.
Clock winding down. Taylor off balance.
Wow. You said Cook got him on the arm.
So Hallis Cook fouls Taylor. It'll be 3 free throws.
Let's take a look. If he fouls him here. See, I think he got him. But it's just not a high IQ play anyway if you're Hallis Cook. He's got to know better than that. Hallis Cook, who played for a Hall of Famer, Bob Hurley Sr. at St. Anthony's in Jersey City. Well, his high school team went 2 years without losing a game. He had a guy named Kyle Anderson on the team, one of his teammates, the UCLA star, now with the San Antonio Spurs.
Hallis Cook, who started at Oregon State.
Yes. And actually started a number of games at Oregon State.
And he could shoot it. Kick ball there. So 4:36 to go here first half. And Texas showing a lot of poise on the road and leading it by 1.
And I like the fact that eBay's back, John. I think if you sit him for 18 minutes in game time and then the 15 minutes at the half, he's really going to have a hard time warming up. He's not
buries another.
Having a hard time warming up, that's for sure.
George Niang, a guy, as Fran mentioned, 37% from 3 on the year. So that is part of his arsenal. Here's Mack trying to answer.
Yep.
And does.
Well, I like this kid. Again, he's been streaky. He had 20 against UConn in that loss. But he's going to be a very good player, part of the mix.
Niang another. Feeling it a little bit.
Oh, man, this is fun. It's fun being in here, John. One of the best places in the country. They know the team has struggled, losing 3 out of 4. No place you'd want to be if you're a home team when things aren't going well is to get back home in Hilton.
Mack can't hit. Loose ball. And that's tracked down by Davis. Nicely done.
By the way, George Niang now 21 points away from 2,000. He's catching up to his former coach, Fred Hoiberg.
That one rims out. Niang has their last 11 points.
See, I would get him involved with eBay on him in the 2 fouls.
Nader.
With all the momentum swinging Cyclones' way, they only lead by 2.
Felix will try. Felix a good shooter. That just wouldn't go down. Nader inside. No call. Gets it out. Davis eyes it up. And Nader comes away with it. Frenetic pace, not a lot of scoring right here.
But while this game is winding down, Monte Morris is saying, hey, I'll just sit by the scorer's table and catch my breath because I don't get a chance to do that very much.
Not very much for Monte Morris, averaging over 37 minutes a game. Niang, right hand, got it.
That's the mismatch. Either eBay or Mac. Either way, it's a mismatch, John. That's what makes George Niang so hard to guard.
Timeout, Texas. It's been the George Niang show here at Hilton.
You know, there are some that think he's the best player to ever come out of the Merrimack Valley. I'd have to agree with that. Matt Bonner, I'm sorry. But George Niang's showing it tonight. It's chilly outside, but it's heating up in here.
Now, let's go back to John and Fran.
All right, guys, thanks. Back here at Hilton. George Niang has scored Iowa State's last 13 in a row. And you look at where it's all happening in this one, the painted area.
Oh, no. Well, you know, John, you got to score in the painted area, okay? But if you're Texas right now, since Iowa State has gone to the zone, I think they've really been too quick to pull the trigger behind the arc. And I would swing it side to side and play some inside out through the middle or on the baseline.
It's not a particularly good three-point shooting team,
right?
Texas.
Exactly.
Shot clock winding down. Davis hoists that one and hits. That's a 2.
That's what we call a tough 2 because clock running down, hand in his face. You know, as well as the freshmen have played over the last 8 or 9 games, Taylor, Felix, and eBay have been major contributors. Here's the ISO.
Niang on Mac. Size advantage. And they get him for a travel. Coming up on Wednesday, it's Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's. Duke and number 9, North Carolina, Wednesday Night Hoops. Part of Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's, and it is on ESPN as well as Watch ESPN.
Yeah, terrific game today. Virginia was up, then they were down, then they took the lead, and then Grayson Allen with the buzzer beater. Bank shot off the glass as time expired with just about.
And a turnover, it'll go back the other way, 41.2 left.
Were you surprised by Wisconsin rolling into College Park and
absolutely
dominating the Terps? I was too.
It's funny as well, and you know, we look at it from the perspective that we have, and that is, you know, we saw Wisconsin early in the year at Oklahoma, and it looked terrible.
They were terrible, and I'll tell you, and it's no reflection on Bo Ryan, who's going to the Hall of Fame, but Greg Gard, the new head coach, the interim head coach, has done a marvelous job of going back to the style they used to play. New ball movement. Look at this ball movement.
Monte Morris flips it in.
And I think they ought to, before too long, give Greg Gard the job so it helps him in recruiting.
On their feet at Hilton. 4-point lead for Iowa State. Clock winding down. Nice look. Taylor inside. Lambert is fouled.
Okay.
And he's going to go to the line.
Before they go to the line, John, they will go to the monitor to make sure that the foul was committed before the 3 zeros on the clock. And that's what John Higgins will attempt to do right now. In real time, it felt like the foul took place before.
Agreed.
So let's just see. Clock. Puts the arm up. Yeah. But it's, you know, they're going to go look at this and got to determine when the foul occurred. And I heard a whistle.
I heard whistle, then buzzer.
Yeah.
So it looks like Lambert is going to get to do that thing where he gets to shoot a free throw all by himself.
2 shots. Now they got to put something back on, and they do. They put .5 because you can't commit a foul before 000 and then have 000.
Good point.
So they'll put .5 up there.
Nader picks up the foul, his second, so he will not be all by himself.
You know, we've talked about the crowd. We've talked about George Niang's 13 in a row, and here's Texas with a chance to cut this lead to 2.
Yep. Lambert scoreless. Connor Lambert, senior from San Antonio. He and Taylor have started every game this year.
Well, he's recently had 2 career highs, 15 at Kansas and then 15 more at Baylor, and he's another one of those guys that has been infused with confidence. You know, Texas has had a great tradition of coaches. Tom Penders did a wonderful job. Rick Barnes certainly did, and they're certainly lucky that they've latched on to Shaka Smart.
And that'll do it. A 2-point game at the break. George Niang with 15 points and scored 13 of the Cyclones' last 15. And at the half, it's Iowa State leading it 36-34. Now we send you to Doug Kazarian and the halftime report.
All right, John, thank you very much. Let's get you caught up on some exciting action.
Back here in Ames, Iowa, and number 14 Iowa State leading number 24 Texas. It's 36-34. Hi, folks. John Chambi and Fran Fraschilla. Well, that first half, we get a look at one of the best players in America. George Niang can score inside, outside, and he put the whole arsenal on display.
He did, John. He had a prolific first half, and yet the ironic thing is they're only up 2 points, but he does it so many ways. We've seen this forever. The senior now very close to 2,000 points and very close to passing his former coach, Fred Hoiberg. But the three-point shooting going down, scoring inside, moving the ball. Vintage George Niang's first half, because we've seen this movie before.
Well, for Texas, they've got scoring from all over the place, and as per usual, a Texas bench that is used to contributing. Meanwhile, for Iowa State, by and large, it's usually the starters that get it done.
It is. Just taking a look at Prince eBay, it was picked up 2 early fouls. State had a chance to get the 3rd foul in the first half. He has to have a bigger defensive presence around the rim.
Cyclones basketball to begin.
That's the cut to the basket by Morris. Usually he'll cut through.
Niang, good find, and Morris hit.
Yep. That's what we call the delayed cut. I just made that up, by the way. The delayed cut. He waited, but when he cut, he was open.
So when you say that's what we call the delayed cut,
yeah.
You have a mouse in your pocket, huh? Fair enough.
He cut. It just was,
it was delayed.
It was delayed. Hence the term.
The long storied history of the delayed cut. Clock winding down, Felix. Great job, Yancey. And Yancey able to hit.
Remember, Yancey hit 3 threes in the first half at Oklahoma last Monday night. I do think that to attack this zone, they're not going to be able to rely on a lot of three-point shooting.
Burt spinning inside, plus tax. eBay the foul, Burton to the line.
This is the problem for eBay. When you talk about mismatches, Burton is a mismatch for a 6'11 guy. This is 6'4", 250. You see eBay really, that's not necessarily Fred Astaire right there. He got caught by Burton's drive.
Burton is a tough match. He can overpower even bigger guys.
Well, he's really a mini Niang. We said that in the first half. And he fits in with the way they play, the way they cause those mismatches on offense.
Yancey, and that falls.
Look at this. They're tied, John.
Kendall Yancey having himself quite a game. He's got 10 points.
And a lot of it is because, and you know what, he gives you the defensive effort too.
Thomas answers.
He should be. Look at this. This is bad defense right there.
Leaks, no one was looking.
No. Celebrated a little bit. Nobody built the wall. You got to get back to the paint and then build your defense from the paint out. And Iowa State did not do that.
Nader. Leaks and the Longhorns pushing. And they get foul on the floor.
Matt Thomas, I mean this, John. He's not necessarily first or second team All-League, but if there's an honorable mention All-League, this guy has been an All-League type player. And then we talked about Javon Felix playing the best basketball of his 4 years on the 40 acres.
They get it to Yancey.
Tell you now, Iowa State, there could be a fatigue factor down the stretch of this game because of all those minutes we talked about.
Niang almost deflected that pass. Lammert misses. And the rebound ends up with Ashton. Niang. And no call. George Niang tumbles down to the floor.
I think Niang thought he was held by Felix. Morris put it on over the top. Let's watch. Oh, there's a hook right there. No, they missed the hook. That's sneaky right there because where the official was on the other side of the lane, he couldn't see the right arm.
So Texas basketball down 1. Jack Clare now. Gonna travel, it goes the other way. So sloppy both ends.
Well, they got eBay out, and Clare had the size advantage on Burton, but by height only. Burton goes 250 as well.
Morris weaving inside, and that'll go.
Boy, really, really nicely done. He knew he could get by Lammert, but now he had to finish at the rim. And it's that proper hand development we talk about. He knows how to spin it.
And the other way, that'll go on Connor Lammert. That's number 3.
His third personal, 2 team fouls in the half on the Longhorns.
Watch this drive now. He gets by Lammert and then watch him just get it right underneath. He scored. PhD, proper hand development. Although my buddy Larry Gatlin down in Texas, he would say in Texas PhD, there's another term for that.
Niang short on that shot. Gets the rebound. Puts it up. No good. Out of bounds. And it'll be Iowa State basketball. Pretty good effort there from George Niang. Man.
I remember talking to him his sophomore season. We were sitting around the practice facility, and I said, you keep this up, you're going to be one of the most popular Cyclones to ever play here. You know, I've said this many times, he was not good enough to leave for the NBA. And so instead, he's had one of the all-time great careers in this building.
Thomas launches. And he gets knocked down, and he's going to shoot 3. The foul on Tevin Mack. So the freshman fouls the jump shooter.
Well, we saw this in the first half. In fact, I think that might be that was Mack in the first half, John. Watch Mack close out here. And they want to protect the shooter. That's what the rule, that's what the interpretation of the rule is.
Thomas, 91% prior to that miss.
In fact, 13 of 13 in conference play, now that you mentioned it. How about Buddy Hield missing a free throw today?
Yeah.
When it really mattered.
Stunning.
Well, 90%, right? Dan Schulman said
9 out of 10.
He made 9 for 9 coming in, so the odds are he was going to miss one, but it was stunning. It was a terrific game down in Norman. And as we say, road to the Big 12 title still goes through Lawrence, Kansas.
You know that graphic we just put up where Matt Thomas was ranked as recruit?
Yep.
That is something to pay attention to, and the reason is he's the highest ranked recruit they have on their team.
I know it. And prior to this year, his productivity was not great. I think he had the pressure of trying to be the next Fred Hoiberg.
Taylor gets inside and he finishes.
John, he's got that floater. He's got one of the best floaters in the country. That floater shot will serve him well if he gets a chance to play at the NBA level.
Thomas, no shot. It'll go the other way. They get an offensive foul. Foul on Niang, his first.
Well, Isaiah Taylor playing terrifically for the new coach, Shaka Smart, and way more under control. Last year, that's a charge. This year, we just call it a bucket.
Well, Wednesday night, 9 Eastern on ESPN, one of college basketball's best rivalries. Duke and North Carolina, number 9 UNC, playing host at the Dean Dome. Wednesday Night Hoops, part of Rivalry Week, presented by Wendy's. And it's on ESPN as well as streaming live on Watch ESPN.
How strange is it to see Duke not ranked
Weird.
going into that game,
I know
right? Game's had so much great tradition through the years.
The latest version of bracketology, by the way, from Joe Lenardi, with that Maryland loss, UNC is a 1 seed.
UNC a 1 seed. I got to think, I know Oklahoma was the top overall seed coming to today. That might change, but Joey Brackets still has 2 Big 12 teams on the first line, 6 in the tournament.
Shot flipped up. That'll go out of bounds. What do they have? Kelly Self says it'll stay Texas.
I still believe, John, no matter where these teams are seated, I'm a believer in that this league, with the double round robin and the brutal Big 12 conference tournament, which is going to be so balanced this year, really does wear you out going into March Madness.
Shot clock winding down. Felix got to get it off. Flips it up. And Niang the board.
Used to be that way in the old Big East, too. And the 1 year at Providence, we won the Big East title. Had to play 4 days later. The game was on a Sunday, the championship.
Morris. Well, that's an area where he has really improved.
Very much so. And it's a reason why there's a good chance that he may come out this year, because it's a deep year for point guards, but he's starting to move into that early second, late first territory.
A turnover, Iowa State basketball.
Talk about Monte Morris and the improvement, shooting 37% on the year, but lately he's really heated up from behind the arc, shooting about 50% over his last 35 or so shots.
Yeah, in conference, it's been much better for Monte Morris, the junior from Flint, Michigan. Does such a good job taking care of the basketball, and he is their Iron Man.
Yep, no question. He's a coach on the floor. Decision making impeccable. Lob. Oh yeah!
What a look. Niang to McKay and the throwdown.
Well, George hasn't been able to throw that pass the last 2 games. Kevin Mack saying, be quiet, Hilton Coliseum with the big 3. Lots of confidence by this guy.
And Niang gets bumped. Now for tonight's Rise Up. And it's brought to you by Street Fighter V as we take a look.
What do you think here, John? I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, man.
I'm giving it a 9-2 on my Dunkometer. Take a look, but watch the cut from behind. They've done this so many times in the 2 years. We'll give that a 9-2 on the Dunkometer.
Pass gets a 10. And Thomas fouls Taylor on the floor. Rare turnover for Monte Morris, and it leads to them turning it the other way. 5-point game. McKay contests a shot. eBay rebounds and then is fouled.
Well, you saw the challenge by McKay, something that obviously the Cyclones haven't had the last couple games. And then Prince eBay was going to get a chance to go to the foul line to continue his hot streak, John. He was 2 for 21 from the line, but lately 13 of 16.
That's that one.
Yep. You know what you like about his form? There's very little movement. Watch, the ball starts from the chest. It goes right up from the chest. The fewer variables, the better. How about that?
Both.
Yep. 15 of 18. Think about that. 2 for 21.
Niang set a hard screen there on Taylor. Morris.
Look at that.
And one. Oh, goodness.
Oh, man.
Great play. Monte Morris undeterred.
Watch the spin, John, and he puts on this. Once he gets by the defender, he knows there's going to be contact. I want you to watch the spin that he puts on this shot. See if we can, I don't know if we can get it from this angle. We'll get another look at that. And terrific spin. Gets it up, and he's just got to get it to spin in there, and it's well done.
3-point play. Monte Morris.
You know,
He's got 15.
And I really don't know what kind of NBA point guard he's going to be. But I think at worst he's going to be one of those guys that plays in the league 12 years and plays on a couple different type teams. Maybe he may be a backup for 12 years. Maybe not. Better than that, but he's going to play in the league.
Mack lost the handle. Nader comes up with it. He loses the handle. Loose ball. And it's Roach. Oh, look at this.
Roach was just trying to do a little too much. That ball had vegetable oil on it, it seemed like, for a while.
Kay trying to track it down. Instead it was Roach. Mack.
Look at this. Look at this.
And it's a 3-point game.
Did I tell you he's going to be a 300 hitter someday?
He's got a dozen in this one.
Yep, and he's got confidence. He hasn't shied away from an open look all night.
Niang goes to work on him. McKay grabs the rebound, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I think he's got eBay on that one, and eBay did not go straight up. Watch Mack. Tevin Mack out of South Carolina. He originally signed with VCU, and they let him out of his letter when he wanted to join Shaka Smart down in Austin. And you add him to the 2 guards that Rick Barnes signed, Roach and Davis. Pretty good class.
It's a good point that both those guys, Roach and Davis, were committed to the previous coach, Rick Barnes, who had been here for 17 years, moved on to Tennessee, and Shaka Smart. You know, that happens.
He had to re-recruit.
Re-recruit.
Yeah. And by the way, they fit perfectly in his style.
No doubt. 4-point game, under 12 to go.
Ohio State has played a lot of 2-3 zone tonight.
Marcus Holland into the game. The Longhorns. Mack will try again. That one tipped in the air, and eventually Holland comes down with it.
Great hustle by Kerwin Roach. He just batted that ball. eBay tried to tip it first, but Roach made the play to tip out.
Leach wanders inside. That's too easy.
That's that old man YMCA game that Roy Williams described of Javon Felix when he hit that buzzer beater to knock off North Carolina in early December. He kind of lulls you to sleep.
And inside, they get a foul on Jamal McKay.
Well, Javon Felix has been a part of this Texas program for 4 years. Seems like 14, but usually comes up big in big spots.
right, Doug, thanks very much. Bill Self told me earlier in the week Devontae Graham is their most improved player.
Phenomenal today on both ends of the floor, Johnny. Had to play defense and offense. There's the rim protection by Jamal McKay. And how about Texas Tech putting it on Baylor? Much improved Texas Tech that knocked off the Cyclone team earlier in the week.
Yeah, put it on Baylor.
They've got a Hall of Fame coach in Tubby Smith, national championship coach. 6 of the coaches in this league have taken teams to the Final Four.
Kick up ahead. eBay, great position. And the dunk.
John, we are tied, and it feels like Iowa State has controlled this game. But in reality, this poised Texas team continues to get better.
Burton finds McKay, and he'll go to the line. Foul will be on Prince eBay. That's going to be number 4.
17 fouls on the Longhorns.
17 fouls on Texas, 5 team fouls on Iowa State.
In the first half, what, 8 total team fouls?
There were, yeah.
Well, before my man Prince eBay goes out, we got to, since it's NBA dunk contest night, got to give him a 6-5 on that one. But he has not been a big factor tonight because of the foul trouble.
Yeah, foul trouble has been an issue. We'll see how long he sits. 9:58 to go. And McKay not able to hit. Iowa State 7 for 14 from the line. Texas, meanwhile, a perfect 7 for 7. It's an Iowa State team that normally doesn't get to the line a lot.
And they don't foul a lot.
They don't foul.
So they don't put their opponents on the line.
Taylor couldn't hit. Morris the board. Niang getting set to check back in.
Here comes McKay, pick and roll.
Oh, he split it. And got it to go, Monte Morris.
John, I talked to him today about pick and roll, and he's terrific. 6 or 7 ways to be able to attack the pick and roll defender. He knows them all. There's the split, and there's 2. kind of mentality right now. I really don't think Cam Ridley is going to be a factor at the end of the year. We've been watching him the last few times, but this team is going to be so battle tested if they're not worn out after the Big 12 tournament. As you see, the big fella, the senior from Houston.
Ridley out.
Yep.
Broke his foot in practice December 27th. There was a non-contact injury. He continues to make progress, although not back to full weight bearing.
Joey Brackets has this Texas team as a 5 seed.
Tied at 58, 8:20 to go. Burton and lays it in. Great three-man game there. Morris, Niang, and Burton.
Absolutely, and Morris took the double team with him.
Look at this again.
Not surprising. Remember, he dropped 25 on North Carolina, including that buzzer beater.
He's had about 3 uncontested layups, though.
Oh, he deceives you, you know? You don't think he's as quick as he is.
Niang and one. His first points in the second half. Iowa State with the lead, and Niang will shoot when we return.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball.
It all starts March 4th, Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, and the Big 12 tournament have been started today. Texas would have Baylor. You'd have the opening round matchups of Kansas State and Oklahoma State, Texas Tech and TCU. And Kansas would await, West Virginia would await, and then down there, how's that matchup?
How crazy is that? Iowa State, Oklahoma, 2 teams have been ranked so high all year.
Remember, we had the Big 12 opener for those 2 teams. It was in Norman. It was a game that Iowa State led most of the way.
They sure did, John.
And the Sooners ended up prevailing.
If Iowa State can get through this little stretch they're on right now and survive without the big fella who's back tonight, if they're rested going into the Big 12 tournament. By the way, you know who won the last 2 Big 12 tournaments, right?
Iowa State.
Iowa State. And they've been in a similar situation for this mini slump in the last 2 years.
Felix inside.
How good
Great
is he?
work. Javon Felix, the senior, getting it done.
You know, I can watch these 2 teams and all I think of is efficiency. They're running offense. There's not a lot of fouls. They're executing their game plan, and they're all making plays, including this guy.
Got a bump. And they get Connor Lambert. That's his 4th brand. We saw Texas in late December, right after the Ridley injury. They've improved a lot since then.
They really have. I thought they were shell-shocked the day they lost to Connecticut in Austin. No disrespect to Connecticut. This is a better Texas team now than the team that we saw the game after Cam Ridley was hurt, because they were starting to play really well with Ridley, John, because Ridley was becoming a dominant force inside.
1-1 for Niang. The 82% free throw shooter makes the first.
I really think that George Niang, he's not the best player in the country, but I think he's the most versatile and the best offensive player in the country, because there's nothing he can't do offensively to help you win.
20 points for the senior from Massachusetts. Felix. And Morris tracks down the board.
Well, that one came a little quick. It was only their 8th three-point attempt in the second half.
Taylor bumps Nader. That'll be Taylor's 3rd.
Now give Steve Prohm a lot of credit here, because he's seeking out the mismatches with this small lineup. That time he had Nader and Taylor, and he went into Nader. And if you look at Nader, he looks like a tight end.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking 6'6", 230. He's got a 7'1" wingspan. Abdul Nader, who started his college career in Northern Illinois, a transfer.
One of the many transfers that have come through here in the last 5 years and have had a lot of success. Started with Fred Hoiberg. Think of all those guys going back to the guy Royce White.
Leaks, little hesitation at the bucket.
And one!
Wow! Javon Felix. What a second half he has had.
This is a young man from St. Augustine's High School in New Orleans. Put out so many great athletes, including guys like Leonard Fournette, great TV personalities like Stan Beret as well. But he's doing this all by himself tonight.
A dozen since the break. Leaks 82% from the line.
Texas has not had a bad outing. This is the 10th straight outing where they look like a top 20 team.
Remember, Niang had that run of the first half. Well, Felix has scored 11 of Texas's last 13.
Texas in a little zone.
Thomas. And Mack pushed him.
But Thomas,
they got a timeout.
Yeah, smart move by Thomas. Remember, the coach can't call timeout this year. It had to be Matt Thomas. He was falling out of bounds, a heady play.
Do you like that rule change that with a ball in play that the coach can't call timeout?
I wish they would make the FIBA rule where you can't call any timeouts when the ball is live, because then you have to. Then the players have to think for themselves on the court, and then practice becomes more of a premium. Coach K called the timeout today. He asked for a timeout. The referee looked at him, blew the whistle, called the timeout. The official probably knew he made a mistake.
So here are the Big 12 standings. Kansas, a winner earlier today on the road, a huge road win in Norman. Devontae Graham was the star there. And Kansas and West Virginia share the top spot in the Big 12. Each of them 9-3. Oklahoma at 8-4. And then Texas at 7-4. Baylor thumped earlier by Texas Tech. They fall to 7-5. And this is a big one for Iowa State.
Exactly, just to stay in the top of the league. And then we showed you the brackets, and the brackets become critical because already, if it were today, Iowa State plays Oklahoma pretty quickly. Quarterfinal game.
Yeah, right away.
West Virginia's got a big weekend next weekend with Oklahoma and Iowa State.
Wow. Monte Morris.
Yep.
20 for Morris. And that three-point shot continues to get better and better. This is Felix.
I want to give Taylor that shot because he's a below 30% shooter. See Morris backed off of him.
Taylor inside left hand and a tip from eBay plus the foul.
That happened because Taylor didn't shoot the three, decided to put it on the deck. And when McKay came over, watch McKay try to get a piece of this, John, and you leave Prince eBay on the back side, and that's what's going to happen. Matt Thomas could not get inside of eBay. He's too big.
Good call. He was right there, and Thomas hit his arm. And you get a violation, they'll shoot it again.
eBay jerked that one. You see that?
Texas as a team, 10 for 10 from the line.
Yep. Little tension in here.
Nader, good look at it. Thomas the board. Easy putback. Matt Thomas sailing in for the board in the bucket.
The trap at half court. Spread the defense out. Thomas got inside.
Everybody on their feet. Shot clock winding down. Felix going to work. Felix inside. Shot was short. Nader.
Uh-oh.
with a big answer.
Cool, calm, and collected, and he tells the crowd once again, settle down, folks.
A lot of poise from this Texas team. It's funny, when I asked Shaka Smart, well, describe Monte Morris for me. That was the word that he used. Poise.
Yep.
Niang. Oh, man. That one rolls out.
Monte Morris is good poise. Texas team is good poise. Oh, no, he doesn't.
Wow.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that was
too far out.
Des Moines.
Shaka Smart smiling. He's like, hey, I want you to have confidence, but come on now.
Yeah. That was the old Larry Bird heat check.
Yeah. Yeah, but Larry was up 20 and he had 39 already.
Fair enough.
Uh-oh.
And this time, Niang and McKay can't connect. A 3-point lead.
What's the dunkometer got? First of all, the precision of a diamond cutter. We'll give it a 9-7, but you better thank your teammate because he put it right on the money.
Well, Rivalry Week presented by Wendy's, and it comes your way Wednesday, 9 Eastern. As good a rivalry as there is in sports. UNC and Duke. Coach K, Roy Williams, and that one comes your way from the Dean Dome. Duke and North Carolina on Wednesday.
A crazy year with lots of balance. North Carolina among the 15 or so teams that can certainly win the national title. And I think it's been a great year for college basketball, John. Kentucky 38-0 was fun, but all these seniors playing so well has been tremendous.
McKay stepping out on Felix. Mack puts it on the floor. Goes finger roll, McKay the board.
If I were Mack, I would have just shot the open three. That time he was on the line.
Niang with the mismatch, and he puts it in.
Morris is like a heat-seeking missile when it comes to getting the ball to Niang.
Taylor inside, tip, eBay. Wow, great job. Niang slow to get up. Prince eBay saddled with foul trouble for a lot of this game. A big tip in there.
John, watch this. Watch eBay flip the screen. The defender thought it was going to be to the middle. He turned it at the last minute. That allowed the driver to get to the rim. The big comes over, eBay gets the tip. That was really well done. When you run up from the baseline and you change the screen at the last second, really throws confusion on part of the defense, and that's what happened.
Lambert kicks it.
First time we've seen the diamond tonight that I can recall. Lambert on the ball, 1-2-1-1 press. And the goalie is in the back. See the diamond pressure there, 1-2-1-1.
Kick up ahead. Nader going right at eBay and the bump. And Prince eBay is done.
I couldn't tell if he was moving and sliding from where we were. But Nader certainly knew he was going to the rim. Let's take a look now. That's close. If those 2 feet are planted on the ground and he's in front of the driver, it's legal guarding position. It happens so quickly in real time. That's a difficult call.
Yeah, you certainly got the idea that Nader was trying to take advantage of eBay and go right at him. Nader gets the first 4-point game. Well, after we're finished here, stick around. SportsCenter at night. Max Bretos and the coach. They'll have all the college hoops highlights. The other Big 12 mega matchup, Kansas and Oklahoma. From Norman, NBA skills, 3-point, slam dunk competitions. And maybe even some of Fran's dunkometers.
Absolutely. I think Deontay Burton's dunk should get on there.
The league still shake and bake. Eye off the window. Wouldn't fall. Mack the board.
Smart move by Mack. Didn't attack the big. Oh,
there he is. Look at Mack flying in and tips it home.
Great basketball play. First by Mack to kick it out, and then the hustle. And Tevin Mack his coach showing a lot of confidence in him tonight, John.
Tevin Mack is 17.
Career high is 20 against UConn.
Clock winding down, Thomas, and he's fouled.
Well, Tevin Mack, we've highlighted the great shooting, but watch the drive by Yancey, and into your screen is going to be the freshman from South Carolina with a heads-up play right there. Yancey did a good job to get it on the glass. And then Mack with the hustle play.
And again, Mack, a freshman guard who's been forced to play, what amounts to the power forward spot in this lineup with eBay and Claire sitting at the moment. Five-point game. And 2 to go.
Very few places in the country like this place.
Taylor collects. Taylor gets it back. Felice. And McKay the board.
Boy, how close was that to going down? Right on the money. Good look by Felice. Good hustle. Now Monte Morris will orchestrate the next 22 seconds of the shot clock.
Look at these two squaring off. Morris, Taylor, two of the best in the country, two of the best in the Big 12.
Here comes Niang. That play.
Step back, got it.
That might be my favorite player in college basketball, Monte Morris.
Taylor. And McKay, that one out of bounds, and it belongs to Iowa State. Jamal McKay back after the 2-game suspension and making his presence felt.
Monte Morris makes sure all of his teammates are taken care of with his great passing. But time and time again, John, as much as Niang is important, Monte Morris usually ends up with big shots.
A season high 22, his career high is 24. And Monte Morris, again, is a junior from Flint, Michigan, one of the Iron Men in college basketball. He leads the conference 37.6 minutes per game. And this will hurt your head. They're looking right now to make sure that the call was correct in terms of who the ball went out on. But they said Iowa State basketball.
That's a tough angle right there. Let's see if we can get another leg. Not going to see on this angle right here. Referees will get about 4 or 5 different looks. Can you tell?
Looking at that right there, I'm good with the call.
Yeah. And you better be sure if you're overturning it as well. They've got that DV Sport equipment.
And it'll be Iowa State basketball.
Now, Jamal McKay, there's a reason why they missed this guy. We saw some timely shot blocking, couple dunks, the running the floor, the energy.
A lot of hustle.
A lot of hustle. And that's what he is, John. He was frustrated that he wasn't getting the ball as much as he thought, but that's not who Jamal McKay is.
A guy who brings 12 points and 9 rebounds. That's what he's averaged this year. He's got 8 and 6 tonight.
Got a foul. I think you got a foul here because it's a 3-possession game right now.
Niang inside. Got it. Mack. And that will pretty much seal the deal. Monte Morris making his presence felt. Our Continental Tires play of the game. Here's Monte, flips it up. McKay throws it down. And our play of the game driven by Continental Tires.
Perfect pass by the young man from Flint, Michigan. It's a place that's produced a lot of great talent. You think of the Flintstones at Michigan State. The all-time leading scorer here, Jeff Grayer, of course, Glenn Rice. They're going through tough times right now, John, with that water issue, but this kid is emblematic of the toughness of Flint, Michigan.
Matches his career high with 24 points. Felix. And it ended up with Mack, and he's going to go to the line.
Well, Texas runs the gauntlet down the stretch. 6 of their final 8 against teams Joey Brackets has projected in the field. And they've got some tough ones at home, John, with Kansas coming in and Oklahoma certainly. I think Baylor still has to go to Austin.
Yeah, 4 of Texas's final 6 at home, but here are the 4. West Virginia, Baylor, Oklahoma, and Kansas. That's how they finish. That is rough. For Iowa State up next, a date with Baylor, and they'll be licking their wounds coming off that loss to Texas Tech. That's on Tuesday. And up next on Tuesday for Texas, West Virginia comes call.
Yeah, remember Baylor came in here in early January and hung a loss on the throne. But all is right in Ames, at least for the time being, John.
George Niang and Monte Morris each with 24 points. Steve Prohm and company, they pick up the win. 85-75, the final score. Iowa State needed a win at home, and they're able to beat the Texas Longhorns. SportsCenter coming your way next. For Fran Fraschilla and our entire crew here at Hilton Coliseum, I'm John Shambi. Jamal McKay back in the lineup for Iowa State, and the Cyclones pick up the win. That'll do it from here. Here comes SportsCenter.